Let's compare the best big phones. The iPhone 16 Pro Max versus the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now this is an early look at the iPhone 16 Pro Max. We have a lot of rumors and early leaks about what it could look like and what features it will have. So let's see how it compares against the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. The first thing we notice is that the iPhone has a matte finish on the back, whereas the Samsung has a glossy finish. Now the matte finish is great because it doesn't show any fingerprints and it feels really nice to the touch, but it's a little bit slippery. The glossy finish, on the other hand, shows fingerprints very easily, but it's not as slippery. Both phones are made out of titanium, so they feel really premium, and they look really good. Now when it comes to the display, both phones have a dynamic AMOLED display. They're both 6.8 inches, and they both have a 120Hz refresh rate. However, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will have a new feature called True Tone, which is basically an enhanced version of 3D Touch. It will make the display feel more responsive, and it will also make the display brighter. When it comes to the cameras, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will have a triple camera setup, whereas the Samsung will have a quad camera setup. Now the iPhone S cameras are really good, and they read definitely better than the cameras on the S2 for Ultra. But the Samsung has a lot of cool features, like the 100x zoom and the ability to take photos in. The iPhone can only do 3x zoom, and it can't take photos in RAW format. Now one of the biggest differences between these two phones is the front camera. The iPhone has a hole punch design for the front camera, whereas the Samsung has a pill-shaped design. Now I personally like the hole punch design better because it's less intrusive than the pill-shaped design. And also, the hole punch design is more symmetrical. Another big difference between these two phones is the charging. The iPhone only has wireless charging, whereas the Samsung has both wireless and fast charging. Now, wireless charging is really convenient, but fast charging is just so much faster, it's not even funny. One of the coolest features of the iPhone 16 Pro Max is the Action button. This button can be customized to do pretty much whatever you want. You can use it to launch the camera, the flashlight, or even your favorite app. The Samsung also has a customizable button, but it doesn't have as many uses as the Action button on the iPhone. Now when it comes to performance, both phones are using the latest and greatest from Apple and Qualcomm, so they should be very similar in terms of performance. But the iPhone does have one advantage, and that is the battery life. The iPhone 15 Pro Max has the best battery life out of any iPhone ever, so I'm expecting the same from the iPhone 16 Pro Max. In conclusion, both phones are really great, but I would have to give the edge to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The display is better, the cameras are better, and the battery life is also better. But the Samsung does have some advantages of its own, like the S Pen, the 100x zoom, and the fast charging. But I think the iPhone 16 Pro Max will be the better phone overall. That's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you guys later.